Nugent on the beat. It's the rundown, everything you need to know. It's the rundown, everything you need for show. It's the rundown, and I ain't even capping on this. Crypto blood covering every topic on this. Welcome to the show, who didn't let me go? Breaking down the facts, there's more you need to know. Crypto politics and culture, always keep it real. Teaching you the truth, showing you how I feel. Stay informed with me, and I break it down with ease. Every single day, bringing expertise. Current events and trends, I analyze with care. Knowledge is the power that we all can share. Yeah, y'all, hit that like button. Share the stream, and join the team. And you already know what the fuck going on. Shout out to my nigga Crypto Blood.
Yo, it's Crypto Blood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trading, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just Bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why Crypto Blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Rice TVX, the mic's live wire. American Pitbull, real gold buyer. Sound money advocate, rights defender.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live. Okay.
Oh man, we doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another AMA for Sunday. I'm having crazy sound issues. That's why I'm delayed here tonight. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I'm having some crazy issues. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear right now, because my earphones are sounding real funky right now. Hit that like button as you guys get into the session tonight. Again, it is an AMA. Ask me anything. We got historic highs yet again with silver. I mean, really, we shouldn't be surprised. We should not be surprised. Good morning, good morning. Bitcoin touched 86,000. Yeah, that's no good, man. That's no good, bro. Absolutely horrible, man. I'm getting a little concerned about the narrative. Mic is good, audio fine. All right, good. Y'all hear my soundboard? Do you hear the soundboard? Let me know if you hear the soundboard. Yeah, it's a little concerning right now with how Bitcoin is reacting. You know my thesis, we go lower before we go higher, at least in the year higher in crypto. So I'm concerned, but I'm not. But I'm more concerned because we're heading lower, not off of what my catalyst for us heading lower is going to be, which is MicroStrategy. It's more so we're heading lower off no news of MicroStrategy blowing up. But we're heading lower, and then silver and gold and everything else heading higher. It's just like, what is going on here? Something is going on. So my catalyst, my reasoning for Bitcoin going lower is MicroStrategy is going to have to be forced to sell some of their Bitcoin, not all, or at least stop buying. If all they got to do is stop buying. If they stop buying Bitcoin, which has been their weekly regimen, they stop buying, it's over. Ready to legally change my name to Silverman. Hey, where's my guy Silver Tooth? Who, by the way, sold all his silver a few years ago and bought Hex. Pulse chain Hex, whatever. Then he got mad at he got mad at Richard Hart because Richard pulled a rug on everybody and switched everything from Hex to Pulse chain or whatever. I don't know what the fuck is that. Bro, it's the crypto game is cold-blooded. Blood questions. Can I get a 5K loan? Let a brother borrow a little something. Hey, JG Wentworth, 5K loan, bro. If I lend you 5,000, brother, you're not gonna want to get 5,000 from me. You're not gonna want to get 5K from Crypto Blood. You're just not gonna want to do that. You're not gonna want to do that. Oh man, rip to that man. Oh, Prospector know who Silvertooth is. So far, is possibly going to form a bear flag on Bitcoin monthly chart, but I won't be able to tell until tomorrow. Gotcha. Let's we're gonna get into the nitty gritty tonight. I was trying to see if my setup was right. It looks like everything is good, so we good there. But damn, look at my freaking 1 second, guys. Good holy moly, what is going on with my video feed? See, the devil is a lie, ladies and gentlemen. The devil is a lie. Anything go wrong, gotta blame the devil. That's the easiest way out. Blame that devil, boy. There we go. There we go. Now we Gucci. Now we Gucci. Devil is no longer. Devil is still a lie though. Devil is still a lie. Rip to Agent Soloway. God, bro. Oh my God. Looks like Monero will outperform Bitcoin the next 2 years. Zcash has been doing well, even though it pulled back big time. I wonder if Jason Lenz has been trading Zcash with the Bloodalytics, Scalpalytics signal. It looks try Lend to get a loan. LEDN. Can't say I've heard of Lend. Can't say I've heard of Lend. Yo, we watch your CB join the Illuminati right in front of our eyes. There you go, man. I thought you knew. I thought you knew, my friend. We getting a rally on Ethereum. We'll look at the breakout, but we gotta just take one step at a time because tonight, man, so much is going on, guys. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Crypto markets slumping. You know, it's getting slaughtered. We go over to Coin Market Cap. It's pretty ironic that we are pretty much back almost to the fear level in the fear and greed index. We're at 29. We touched 50. We rallied from what was the low? The low was in November. And it got ugly down in November. I'm going to zoom in. The low in November was a fear and greed index of 10. Sheesh. Let me scroll up so y'all can see that. 10. So we rallied from the lows off that 10 all the way up to neutral. And I'll just do a reset. All the way up to neutral. We got to neutral on January 14th. And from neutral, we inched a little bit above neutral. 54 was a greed index, fear greed. And from there, we've been tumbling. We've been heading lower. What is going on? I feel like the narrative for Bitcoin to be, you know, this safe haven, which I've been telling you guys for forever that it isn't. It never was. Or at least if it was really early in the game. But definitely not now. It's not that safe haven. If you ever had doubts about whether or not it was or wasn't, you know today, right now, that it is not a safe haven. We can guarantee that now at this point. It is shown and proven that it is not the safe haven we all thought, or some of us thought. Got to throw that narrative out now. So now what are you left with? Well, some people are a little, I don't know, man. We got big players selling Bitcoin. One OG just sold $1 billion, and I think 1.1 billion. We'll look at that on Twitter in a minute as well. Are these canary in the coal mine type of situations? Is this something you should be listening to, paying attention to? I don't know. Stocks are down though. Futures are down out the gate for today. We got NASDAQ down almost a half, or right at 0.5%. We have S&P 500 down 1/3%. Jason Lynn's in the building. What's going on? We got Dow futures down 0.19%. Starting off the week kind of on the downside, but we know what ain't on the downside, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, man. This is screaming, Lord, please save us. This is screaming, Lord, please come rescue us. This is not normal, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you guys to understand this is not normal behavior. You should be concerned. D Fuentes in the building. What's going on? It's getting out of hand. FOMO starting to build. It surely is. It surely is. Look at that. Silver up 5.6% today at 107. Bro, this is, look. I don't care that the naysayers said we weren't getting to 100 this year. We ain't even out of month. We ain't out the month of January. We've already cracked 100, and now we're up 7% above that. Good God Almighty, man. Copper going not so much ham. I was gonna say ham too. I was about to speak too early. Gold up 1.3%. Again, I'm telling you guys, look. Silver is going to 170, at least 150 in this first cycle, in this first wave. We're going to 150, and I keep pointing you back to why silver is going to 150. Silver is going to roast Americans in the name of Christ, Lord Jesus. Yes, Jason, you are hilarious. He's talking about a video I did over on the Red Nugent show. Red Nugent channel. Go subscribe to the Red Nugent if you're into the celebrity news and comedy and all that stuff. But look at this. Look at the Eagles. 173. 173. We're going at least to 150. I know, you know, getting Eagles from the U.S. Mint gonna have a premium on them, but that premium with $107, the gap is going to close. So we're gonna get closer to that 170. We're gonna get, like I would say, 150, 160 is where silver is going. The government told you. They shut down the website. Not last week, the week before, shut it down. And open it back up on that Friday. Last Friday, was it? Not last Friday, but the Friday before. Or was it over the weekend? Could have been not this past weekend, but the weekend before. They opened back up, and the prices went from, they were at like 80 something. They more than doubled. They more than doubled the prices. Shut the site down and then doubled the prices and brought it back up. Tequila in the building. What's going on, brother? So, this is at minimum where we're going. And they may have to shut the site down again and reevaluate because, again, what we have on our hands is something that technical analysis cannot show you. This is why it's best to be, you know, very agile in your approach to investing and trading. You got to have a mixture of both. You can't be 100% technical. You need to be a mixture somewhere, a mixture of something. Don't know what that mixture is, but you can't be all technical because you're going to miss. And it only happens every once in a while, but when it does happen, you could be losing out big time. You got to have a mixture of fundamentals and technicals. Me being a technical trader, more of an algo trader, but that's still technical. My mixture is more, 60-40, 70-30. I'm more 70% technical, 30% fundamentals, looking at the macro. But you got to have a mixture. It can't be all one or the other. Dealers will probably run out of silver this year, JC says. You ain't lying, bro. And at that point, oh, how does the skit go? It was at that moment he realized he fucked up. They run out. Bullion banks run out, bro. It's going to 300. We got possible government shutdown. End of the month. That's another one. The prediction markets are betting it can happen. It will happen. Wu-Tang Financial did tell us to diversify. There you go. Yes, sir, Mr. Sakila. You're spot on. Something is tragically... When I tell y'all it's something tragically wrong, and it's only a matter of time before it's manifested, but somebody, some entity has blown up. This is what precious metals are showing us. Some entity has blown up. And it's going to cause stocks to really get hammered. And guess what stocks are going to drag down with it? Crypto. Hey, man, some mixture. Just can't be 100% one or the other. Crypto Frank in the building. Crank that soldier boy. Crank that soldier boy. Good to see you too, man. So we have we have to really be very conscious of what's going on here in the precious metal markets. Make sure you guys go, if you're into trading, sign up with WeX, because I got a crazy deal going on right now. You deposit at least $100, you get $50 back, and 7-day free trial of Bloodalytics, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Bloodalytics. Your vein to market gains. I got somebody coming on board this week that's going to be doing the Bloodalytics. It's going to be an interesting... I can't wait to get that person on board. I can't wait to get that person on board. Scalpalytics Pro, available for Bitcoin, Ethereum, SUI XRP, Solana BNB. Check it out, bloodalytics.com. Link is in the description below. That's what we use every day to trade and make moolah, ladies and gentlemen. Crank said, been watching you for years. I actually hit you up, man, in the DMs. Which DM, bro? Let me know which DM you hit me, because if it's on Twitter, a lot of that shit goes to the spam, and yeah, so just let me know where you hit me. Flight to safety. Fink and the boys are going to go hard on Bitcoin and precious metals. Shout out to Lynette Zhang, for sure. She kept saying, I'd rather be years early than 1 second too late. I kept pushing that sound money. She did. She kept pressing that line, bro. She stood on precious metal business, boy. Because Lynette Zhang, congrats to you. Congrats to everybody, that Peter Schiff, everybody, you know. Boy, was he absolutely wrong. And honestly, even his call being right on gold and silver will not make up for his wrong call on Bitcoin. I just have to say that. But congrats to him for finally getting it right. Finally, it is taking off for him. And he is basking in all of his glory. Got you, bro. Those are the guys, man. Especially Face, Discover Crypto. Shout out to Discover Crypto, my people down there in the ATL. Yes, sir. Those are my guys for sure. Let's take a look at the calendar for this week as we get into things. Did I have a question? I can't remember. Oh, I did have one. Somebody wanted me to loan them $5,000. Forex Factory. We got nothing today, of course, Sunday. But tomorrow we quiet. Tuesday we are quiet. Wednesday. Uh-oh. 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 It's going down in the DMs. It's going down in the DMs. Wednesday, 2 p.m. They're not going to do nothing, though. They're not going to hold. I mean, they're not going to cut. They're going to hold, in my opinion. Y'all let me know. Drop a 1 in the comment section if you think they're going to hold. Drop a 2 if you think they're cutting rates this Wednesday. We got the FOMC coming up. Boy, I could bet about a... Boy, let me tell you something. The way Trump humiliated Powell, ain't no way in hell he cutting rates. Ain't no way. There's no way, y'all. I don't even know why Trump, like, he wasn't going to cut anyway, but he just solidified him not cutting. He solidified him not cutting. With that nonsense he pulled on him, trying to do a criminal investigation on Jerome Powell, not going to be advantageous for your movement and what you're trying to get done, man. $300 silver is conservative estimate. We are going to 4 figures eventually, sooner than later, I fear. I agree. Cliff High web bot prediction was 600. Looking more likely. It sure is. Prospect says no cut. Hyman said no cut, but I'm just guessing. Jay Detroiter. Shout out to my boy Big G in the building. No cut. He say no cut. Jay, you in the city or you in Houston? I know you live in Houston now, but you in the city right now or you down in Houston? Let me know. So no cut. I'm with you. No cut. I don't think we're gonna get Trump fucked that one up. That ain't happening. I mean, with gold and silver mooning, no cut. I didn't even attach precious metals to that, but yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that, because if they cut, this is why we're at the end. This is exactly why we're at the end, and y'all need to really, like, if we zoom out a bit. Oh, you moved to Dallas now? When did you move to Dallas? If we zoom out and we look at AI taking jobs, less money to be spent, less money. Oh, you combine all that together, like, this is on some apocalyptic type. Might be why everything is being bought up as far as precious metals. Like, it actually is starting to really concern me. These moves in precious metals. Something we us dumb money is what we call it. The dumb money, us not being in the loop, we don't know what's going on. But the smart money knows something's going on, and they're buying up all the precious metals. So you should follow suit with them. Look at this. Silver at 108 on this side of the pond, ladies and gentlemen. We're not even talking about what's going on over in Shanghai. Shanghai, we looking at 111. I think I saw quotes higher than even 111. Monetary thermometer has woken up. It's saying something is up. Exactly, Omar. Exactly. So we are blowing up. And people, might ask, because this is, predominantly, I trade crypto daily on the channel, but, you may ask, well, what do we do with Bitcoin? I think, again, just to reiterate, if you're new watching, I think we see lower lows When I say lower lows, I see MicroStrategy at some point capitulating, and a capitulation with MicroStrategy or strategy does not mean even selling. A capitulation means stop buying. If they can't continue to buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin is going to fall. If they even think about selling Bitcoin, it's a done data. Bitcoin is going to $40,000 at that point. You know, so we're gonna see lower lows before we see a return to 88,000 or above. So 88,000, if I'm not mistaken, 88 grand or 86,000 is about where break even is, or where we entered the year. Around $87,000. That's where we entered the year. So this is break even. I think by the end of 2026 we do get back to break even or higher. Actually, I think we end up higher. But we got to flush out MicroStrategy and his nonsense, and some of these other Bitcoin treasury companies and their nonsense, and then we can move forward. Let's take a look at this first tweet that I want to bring your attention to. I retweeted this earlier today. Really no trades on deck today because I really don't encourage you to trade over the weekend or on Sundays. Even though Sundays, the last few, I would say the last month or so, even maybe going back into December, we have been seeing decent moves in crypto on Sundays. And then you usually see a move the counter direction once once New York opens that Monday. You see some rebound, maybe not all of it, but we get some rebound of the move that happened on Sunday. The opposite direction though. That has seemed to be a pattern, but I wouldn't count on it. Like as far as using that as a normal thing to trade. I personally wouldn't. Just be patient, have discipline in this trading. That's what it's all about, having discipline. You should have discipline and just wait for US Open or right before US Open to look for Scalpalytics Pro trades. All right. That's how you make consistent gains in this game. Though we do have it, we did trigger. I wanted to bring this up. We did trigger a long on at what's that? 8:05, right? Kind of when we went live, and we are now up to the point where you would have taken some profits. You would have taken 50% of your profits here on this trade. The L chicken right there. Signal happened at 8:32. But again, just wait for tomorrow, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Start looking for trades or setups with Scalpalytics Pro, and then go from there. You should be done by noon, at least 1 o'clock, the max. Typically, if you're able to get ready and look for signals right at or right before New York opens. Let's see, dollar index is dropping fast. It's dropping fast. If we're gonna get to this, Big G, it's dropping because word on the street, Federal Reserve is about to sell dollars to buy Japanese yen, ladies and gentlemen. Zcash signal went off while we were streaming. Let's pull up Zcash. Shout out to Jason Lenz again. He was the one that found out that overlapping Zcash, the signal from, damn, look at that bad boy. Good one, bro. So he's the one that figured out, for all my Scalpalytics members, he's the one that figured out we can overlay the exact parameters for Ethereum on Scalpalytics Pro, copy and paste that, onto the Zcash chart, 1 minute Binance Zcash chart, and it goes crazy. I mean, look at this. If you would have taken that, you would have 2.6% move up and still going crazy. So shout out to him on that one. That was a great trade. But listen, that may move up a good 10% by tomorrow. That trade. So that was a good one. Last stream I missed the new updates on the chart. Could you show us with the different time zones? So what's going to happen? I don't have it here. Let me see. What chart do I have that on, man? I don't even know if I have a chart that I have that on. Nope. Let's see. Nope, that's not it either. Let me go over here. Let me go over here and see if it's over here. Is this it? I believe this is it. Yeah, this is it. So the new chart. So I did some back testing for Zcash and did some optimizations. But unfortunately, I found out that my optimization script, I must have built it after or on a newer version of the public script we have for Scalpalytics Pro. So, and I didn't want to have to go through and recode it for the old version that we're using for Scalpalytics Pro. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and let me see. Actually, this is it. Let me see if this is it. Oh, this is it. This is it right here. All right. So, when I roll out the parameter pack that's going to be free for all Scalpalytics Pro members, when I roll that out, it's going to be rolled out with an update to the Scalpalytics system. The new update is there are definitely some improvements to like entry, take profits and stuff. It's just the logic has been tightened up and is much better. But with that also, I added some additional fields for you. As Jason Lynch was talking about, he wanted to be able to, and I'll zoom in so you can see this. He was wondering about being able to filter the signal to show maybe, let's say, a specific time zone between a start and end date or end time on each day. So it'll only look for trades during that time zone or that time frame. You'll have that ability to do that, and then also you'll have the ability to enable weekend trading if you wanted it. I highly advise against that, but maybe something volatile like Zcash, you can maybe do some back testing. But I would say the parameters that I set up do not include. I didn't back test out. I think I did like maybe 2,000 iterations with various parameter combinations. I didn't do anything with weekend trading, just FYI. But yeah, the new one will have the ability to filter from time zones or time regions, and then there's something else too. This enable turbo trades is something else that I did not include in the back testing, but this is great too. This uses some advanced. This is actually used for secondary trades, just like you would have a secondary trade possibly trigger from being X amount of percentage away from the stop loss, like as a defend the trend type situation, or the stop loss on the long or stop loss on the short. These are second trade setups as well. This is a different method that's included for adding on to your trades. And then there's a third one, which I probably will relabel this to second trade setups as well. But this is a third way of doing second trades, which is great too. It really does enhance the profitability of the script. But I'll get into all that. I'll do a video update and explain all that stuff when I do launch the new version of Scalpalytics Pro. But let's take a look at this, man. This is, you know, kind of Metal Gear Solid, you know, alert on them. OG Bitcoin wave whale sold $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin. All his Bitcoin. All of it. Owen Gundin, what a name. Holder since 2011 has sold all $11,000 worth of his Bitcoin. How we know, I don't know. Kraken hot, well, cause it went to Kraken. All right, it's a possibility. He could be swapping into something else, but he did send it all to Kraken. This guy says, whales selling is not bearish, it's necessary. One person holding 11,000 Bitcoin is a centralized risk. 11,000 people holding one Bitcoin is robust network. What a fucking idiot. You get Buford of the day. Anti-gravity quant. And you supposed to be anti-gravity quant guy? What kind of logic is that? I hope you're against, if you believe this, I hope you're against MicroStrategy. Because they own about 3% of all Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you, I need to go through and lurk and see if he has anything negative to say about MicroStrategy. You better. I better see something. I don't know, whatever, man. But $11,000, 11,000 Bitcoin, first of all, is not enough to really cause any, at this point, I don't think it's really a risk to robustness. Network robust. He's not mining. It has nothing to do with network robustness. It has nothing to do with security. He's not a miner. He's just holding Bitcoin. You're really talking about the price of Bitcoin. Price robustness. That's what you're really talking about. Okay, maybe, but not network. Not network. But this is the reason why we do have to get MicroStrategy up out of here. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is why we got to get MicroStrategy up out of there. Because they hold how many? Somebody tell me. How many billions? 50 billion? Yeah, 50, maybe 53 billion. Correct. That's all that news is Bitcoin created another billionaire. That's it. Yeah, man, this is actually bad news to me. If he even sold everything, just because we are still kind of making an assumption, and we all know what happens when you make assumptions. But he did send the whole shebang. He sent the whole shebang. Well, this is not everything. This is $227 million worth. I was gonna say, damn, you got some balls to just send all of it at once. So he probably broke it up and sent $1.3 billion worth to Kraken. Which is, why all of it? You couldn't hold a little bit just to have. I'm sure you have other wallets. Probably, have other wallets, but yeah. It was in. So this guy is saying it was in 2025, you little piece of shit. Old news. Good God Almighty. I love the energy that people have on the internet. Like, Cass would never say this type of stuff in person to most people. Like, it's just so crazy how people act online. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it because it's just the environment that we're in when communicating over the net. There are less repercussions for the things that you say. Let's see what this person says here. Grok, when did this happen? Owen Gooden sold 11,000 in multiple transactions starting late October 2025, completing the sale with the final transfer to Kraken in November. Oh, yeah, this is late news, piece of shit. So never mind. This has absolutely nothing to do with that. What the hell? Hedge by Felix is talking about, though, on the other hand, he's talking about the intervention. Japanese yen. If you guys don't know, there have been rumors that the Federal Reserve are about to intervene in the yen market, in the Japanese yen markets. They're about to sell dollars and buy yen. I think yen bonds, if I'm not mistaken. They did a rate check on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, which is typically the move right before currency intervention. Let's see. I'm about to pull it up for you. Let's pull this up. So what we have here is on Friday, the 23rd, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York conducted dollar-yen rate checks, which are inquiries made to the market dealers about the pricing of potential currency intervention. So this is what's coming, pretty much, right? These checks, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. These checks were performed at the direction of the U.S. Treasury amid sharp volatility in the yen currency pair. Significant rate checks. So the significance. Rate checks are a technical move or tactical move often used by monetary authorities to signal readiness to intervene in the market to stabilize currency values. So the impact is the following move. The dollar dropped from around 157 yen to a 4-week low of 155.66. This action occurred as the yen was approaching 160. So I'm pretty sure this week we probably will get an intervention by the Federal Reserve. I should say by the Treasury at a proxy, through proxy, the Federal Reserve to intervene in the Japanese markets. Something is hugely broken. Now, this here has more to do maybe not with what silver is doing or indicating. It could have some not correlation, but some connection. But this is more to do with what Japan, the Bank of BOJ, Bank of Japan did starting actually last December, where they started to raise interest rates and come off the zero bound. The free money train, the yen carry trade is over, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. So all that free money, the infinite money glitch that's been going on, hell, since maybe I would say late 80s, 90s. Definitely the 90s. Definitely the 90s. That money glitch is over. All right, Crypto Crank, my guy. We'll definitely connect with you, bro. Get you on. Get you set up, my guy. Get you set up. The only real news. So we got Hyven said, I'm going to start checking this daily, but stablecoin market cap are the only things that are going up. So that means they are sliding their money here and awaiting for a bottom. Yeah, for sure. That's true as well. So that's what's going on. What we had over on Friday, the rate check by the Federal Reserve indicating we're about to get some intervention. So Japan is defending the yen. FX stability prioritized over free market. Signal to carry traders, don't get greedy. US sold, JPY bought. Yen pumps, US dumps. Impact on Bitcoin, he says liquidity is being pulled out of risk on assets as they unwind. So this is what's happening. Okay, This is exactly what's happening. So I said that Bitcoin was being suppressed, not because somebody is trying to manipulate Bitcoin and the powers that be don't want Bitcoin to go up and blah, 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 blah. That's what idiots say. That's what uninformed individuals, traders, so-called traders, and talking heads say. That's not what's going on here. One, I believe there is a big entity that is in trouble. They've been caught with the pants down. Okay, they've been caught with the pants down, and they are stuck in a silver short. They're stuck in a silver short, and they have to. Let me see if I can bring it. They have to sell other risk-on assets to cover their ass. That's what's going on. In addition to, as this guy brought up, we're having a yen crisis. So we're having that be part of an issue that Bitcoin is having to fight against. The yen carry trade is over. Liquidity is drying up. We all know that Bitcoin is a direct barometer for U.S. market liquidity. So if liquidity is drying up, people are fleeing the dollar. They're coming out of, risk on assets. Bitcoin is going to get hammered. It's going to get hammered. So that's what we got going on here. Anything for clicks. Why the dollar getting cooked? Just went over that right now. It's because of what's going on with our Fed via proxy through. It's really the Treasury proxy through the Fed using selling dollars to buy yen. That's what's happening right now. Otavio Costa says here, Tavi says, today silver prices reached their highest level in over a silver prices reached their highest level in over a decade. What is he talking about? Widespread skepticism around extreme supply demand mismatches. Maybe he's talking about gold silver ratio. Is he talking about gold silver ratio? Wait a minute, man. Oh, this is old. This is old. Never mind. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? We got another. Anyway, gold to silver. This is our guy, Mike Maloney. I love the man. He did it. If you want to talk about a legendary series on money, man, he put it together, bro. Like, that was the best series on the Federal Reserve, the dollar, the whole system, fractional reserve. That was a great series he put together. But gold and silver I was looking at their site, and they had silver at 109, if I'm not mistaken, earlier. It's now at 107, but they definitely had silver at 109 earlier today, if I'm not mistaken. 108. It touched 108.59. 108.59 silver touched today. In freaking insane. Look at his prices. One ounce silver bars coming in at 113. Jeez. 113, y'all. I saw a tweet from somebody that was saying that the bullion banks, they're running out of coins already. Like, let me see if I can bring this up, because I'm trying to think, where did I see this, bro? I'm trying to find it. I don't know where I saw it, but basically like crates that you would buy of like silver crates, $56,000, big crates, mixed coins as far as year, completely sold out. Completely sold out. Is this it? No, this is not it. It's not it. Yeah, I don't know where it's at, but yeah, it's to me seeming like we are running out of physical silver. And if word gets on the street that we have no more physical silver, shout out to Millie Vanilli. I mean Dan Bon Jovi and Cash Patizzi. Man, what an epic failure those two have been, man. They kind of sum up, in my opinion, of the Trump administration so far. A huge letdown. A huge letdown. But that's another whole situation. Another conversation for another day. Japan raising rates, is that signal that things have changed, i.e. finally broken? Yes, for sure. That most certainly is a signal that you got to think, bro. If something was in play for over 20 years, the yen carry trade been in play for a very long time, and then all of a sudden they can't do it anymore. That tells you that that epoch, that era is over. The fourth turning is here. Yeah, the U.S. Treasury can't let the yen crash because a lot of U.S. investors are in the yen. Exactly. Looking like silver going to 500. Anything for clicks. You weren't in the stream. I said you're gonna start. You ever, as a kid, you ever do your pennies like this? Put it in your finger and go pew pew. You're gonna be at the strip club because I know you love tricking off at the strip club. You're gonna be at the strip club with $100 silver eagles hitting them in the ass. Pew pew. Send me a video of that one, bro. I want to see that. That's going to be legendary. The Fed jumped in already to help banks this month. Just facts. What was the name of the series you like? Oh, it's called the hidden something of money. What's the name of his it's been so many years since I've seen it, bro, but I'm going to get it for you right now. Don't sleep on Cliff High. Hey, the Webbot reports, man. We're talking about silver going to $600,000, $700,000 a long time ago. Let's see. Is it the hidden secrets of money? I think that's what it is, guys. The hidden secrets of money. If I'm not mistaken. The hidden secrets of money. All the episodes. I'm gonna drop it to you right now. I'm dropping it in the chat room right now, brother. Please. I mean, this was it, bro. This changed my perception of money. And I believe this came out in 12 years ago. So this is before I even got into Bitcoin. This is a year before I got into Bitcoin. And I saw this, I think I didn't see it when the first episode came out. I think I started watching it in 2013, after I got into Bitcoin. But yeah. Wick 589 in the building. They blamed it on the rain, I hear. Oh wow. Yeah, Jared, check out the hidden secrets of money, bro. It's gonna really get you in the right the right mind frame to understand what's going on with this Ponzi scheme of a system. We're slowly and live. We're seeing it live, like Bill O'Reilly said. Fuck it, we're doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing it live. We're seeing it collapse live in front of us. Right in front of us. Let's take a look. Listen to this Reuters clip really quickly. I gotta share screen first for that. So let's share screen and take a listen to this real quick. Let's take a listen to this real quick, big fella. Oh, shoot. I did that all wrong. Let's try this again. Bada boom, bada bang. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's listen to this really quick.
Global markets rebounded from this week's lows on Thursday.
I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force.
Investors were relieved after US President Donald Trump dropped his tariff threats over Greenland. He also ruled out seizing the autonomous Danish territory from an ally by force. Trump said he withdrew the tariff threat after a meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Trump added they agreed on the framework of a deal for Greenland's future. There were few details on the agreement, but Trump's comments were enough to boost risk appetite among investors. The dollar was steady, gold softer, and stocks slightly recovered after the update. The Pan-European Stock 600 climbed over 1% in early trade. It rose after trade war worries had knocked close to 2% off the benchmark earlier in the week. However, market watchers urged investors to stay wary as they believe tariff threats could become a more normalised negotiating tactic. Elsewhere, MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan went up 1%, while chipmaker gains in South Korea pushed the Kospi above 5,000 points for the first time.
2025.
All right. Yeah, so that video talked about the tariffs, yet another topic that is playing a role in these financial markets that we're seeing right now unraveling. So we are definitely having to pay attention to tariffs. Now Trump, boy, like this is about the 50-11th time that Trump has done this. Like at this point, the playbook should be like, we know what he's gonna do. So Trump's playbook is he comes out with some like outrageous, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, right? And then he always pulls back. Every time. He never goes through with it. So these countries should, you know, like be hip to it by now. We should have known that we weren't going to actually go into Greenland. But I guess we got short memories. CB, did you know that Trump and Hillary are cousins? No, I did not. However, shout out to the Maverick approach. Let me see if I can find this, because this blew my mind. This absolutely blew my mind. And maybe I'll just ask Grok myself, because that's what he did. Let's see. Are all of the let's see. Let's get some mind blown. Let's see if this comes up with anything. I want to find the actual. I want to find the tweet that Mav put out, and he tweets so much it might be very hard for me to find it, because I forgot what he asked, but he asked something, and it was like Grok was like just mind blown. Crazy. There it is. Yes. Thank you, Jason Lenz. This is what I was talking about. Unobtainium. Unobtainium. This is the box that I was talking about. All sold out. Texas precious metals. These big boxes. I call these the COD boxes. These are Call of Duty airdrops. The airdrops you get from the parachute. All of them gone. All of them gone. I would have loved to get that red one right there. Monster box. All gone. So that's what we're dealing with, man. I think we are nearing or even already at the precipice of having no more silver available. And if that happens, bro, we could go to $1,000 this year. Because you got to remember, companies actually need this silver. Tesla actually needs the silver. BYD and all these EV vehicle companies over in China needs this silver. They need it for their battery technology. They're using their next gen batteries are using silver, not lithium. So $1,000 silver is very, very possible. Very possible, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my Lord. Let me see something really quick. Before we wrap up, I'm trying to find this. See if I can find this really quickly. Let's see if I can find this really quickly. Let's go search for Mav. The Maverick approach. And let me scroll down. Because I really would love to find what he asked Grok. They deleted my guy Mav's TikTok. I don't know why y'all get on TikTok. Like, TikTok is the worst when it comes to censoring. It's so crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me bring this over here so we can scroll through and see together if I can find on Mav's Twitter what he said. No, I wasn't this far back because I remember the Stussy. Shout out to all my 90s babies. Y'all remember the Stussy? I used to draw this in class all the time. I don't think it was this far back. Let me see. No. Damn, man, I'm not finding it. It blew my mind. If I find it, I'll retweet it. I'll retweet it if I find it, guys. But that was crazy. But that's pretty much it for tonight. Get ready. You know, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I think we will get a slight bounce back in the markets tomorrow, in crypto markets, that is. We're seeing a move now. Okay, we got a pullback on Zcash. Okay. Might be tempted to get into the Zcash trade if we get down to the entry. So I might be looking. I'll just put a limit order in and at this entry point and hopefully see if I can get in on that one. But if we take a look at Bitcoin, it's already kind of bouncing a little bit now. I said that we would roll over and try to touch this trend line yet again, and that's exactly what we've done. But we should get some level of reprieve. We should get a move back up. Not making a new local high, but just a move up, continuation into tomorrow, maybe up to this region right here. If we pass it, I don't see us getting past this top area. So we may get past here, but I don't see any extended move up. I see us bleeding out at least to 84,000, which is a long-term trend line, upward trend line we have been on. So that's kind of my take on tomorrow's trading. Umar Johnson, boy. Ho, that guy know how to connect dots that don't even exist, don't he? I remember trying to get a monster box a while back. AppMix said, sorry, it's not available because we want to be fair and let everyone to have a chance to buy some silver. Huh? What kind of... That's crazy, bro. That's insane. Be fair. Markets aren't fair. It's whoever got the money. That's strange, bro. That's absolutely insane. A thought, can silver go parity with gold? Yes, it can. Low key. It's needed more than gold. That's the crazy thing about it. It could literally go parity with gold. And that will shock a lot of people. Because of the industrial, like I said, we've got China using it in their new their latest gen EV batteries. That alone might take you to $1,000 by itself, let alone the actual supply shock and, you know, the moves that China has made on exporting. So yeah, man, get ready for a wild ride for 2026 for sure. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, if you haven't watched me in a while, I saw a few new people in the building tonight. Make sure you click that bell. We stream every day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, trading live. I don't, you know, we show getting, you know, making money live on stream. Not a woulda, coulda, shoulda. I would have traded here, or I traded here and I took profit here. We do it live, ladies and gentlemen. So come join us tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was only 18K back then in the day. Yeah, boy. Good God. I would know you wish you would have gotten that one. Still waiting on mine. My rounds from SD Bullion, by the way. All right, ladies and gents. That's it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Hit the like button again. Share the stream. And I'll check y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.